Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, o see them yopo.
Mema wakwaba ede ba PENDREAM TV so make sure say obe subscribe to channel no click bell so say the news to our sabit me aka ntem no watie afa so make sure say obe like na wa comment no share ama afoforo so nsaka na comment section ho so no opese wo kire wadwen abetimi ede wadwen kire ato honom na amanfo so anya bia kenkan na onim say PENDREAM TV there eye nsem a ekoso Ghana yam politics mu ne ede ba na yasaka ya ne ede abranti na so me video I saka pese no che na ye dey ba nti me mo modern astro so obehwe video we amana si awie na wa kire wa adwen e comment section na se yenko na yenko video
Chinnia, in the interest of good governance, this matter happened about 1 month ago. If the chairman of the Mines and Energy Committee, who is a former minister for Works and Housing, is also at sea and is asking questions. The ranking member is at sea, he's asking questions. The Public Accounts Committee, of which you are a member, is also asking questions. The governor says, ask the auditors. The auditors too are telling us something else. We elected people who superintend over these monies and who authorize for these payments to be made. Is 1 month not too long a time for somebody to tell us that it is A or it is B or it is C?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just said that by this time, either the Ministry of Energy or Agri, whichever ministry the process to do the payment emanated from, should have been responding to this matter. So I totally agree with you. Government should have issued, through the appropriate agency or ministry, should have issued a statement or should have addressed a press conference to clarify what the payment was meant for and whether it was used appropriately or not, and who is responsible for the appropriate use or inappropriate use. All these matters should have been clarified by now, and I have made that point. Because me even sitting here, I wouldn't be able to talk about it deeply because I don't know.
You was 12?
I don't know
Yes.
what the money was meant for. Whether it was for preliminary works or it was actual works, I don't know. And if it is for actual works and 12 million has been taken and nothing is done at the site, then there is something wrong and somebody must be answering questions.
Because you see, the contractor did not break into Bank of Ghana.
Not at all.
To go and take over $12 million. This is a country, and especially a government that believes that $2 million for ambulance is so huge a matter and a huge loss that we must pursue people and be in court for years in order to punish people who we believe had done wrong concerning $2 million. And so when we are told that we've paid close to $13 million and there's nothing to show, and this is how we respond to it, it raises a lot of questions. And it's as if this country has money that we don't know what to do with it. Because, like Honorable was saying, then you talk about this. There's somebody who says, oh, SkyTrain will give people 2 million. Then you see an Auditor General's report that says that the people didn't even have the right certification to even engage in what we gave them the $2 million for. Then you ask, so, and that there was no due diligence. So how come we keep dishing out these monies as if we have some bottom line? It's like the vote of the U.S. Treasury is by us, and we can just dip our hands and just throw money at people. Motorway, we are told that we pay some $2.5 million, zero. That is also another story. Then people will mention other ones. We paid money. There's nothing to show. Recently, we were even told that we have some money with one of those World Health Organization agencies or something for medications. We have not even bothered to go and chase the money. So when you hear all these stories, and most of them are coming from audits.
So Randy, I think that the point you made about 2 million euros that is being in court is what should be telling government and ministries and agencies to respond to these matters. Because if someone is being prosecuted for allegedly misapplying or abusing office and causing financial loss to the tune of 2 million euros. And these matters are coming up. There is payment of $12 million, and there is nothing to show. And I mean, somebody must be answerable to the people of Ghana, of course. And so government needs to respond. The appropriate ministry or agency needs to let us know. I am interested in knowing what the money was meant for. Like I said, there are huge projects like this. There are payments that can even surpass the $12 million. That may not necessarily have to be used for works, physical works on the ground. So they should come and tell us, was the money meant for preliminary works, which may not reflect physically on the ground, or it was meant for physical work?
Well, no. That is why you conduct an audit. The essence of an audit is to determine what the money was meant for, how it was paid, is there value for money, does it meet international accounting standards, and all that. This is an issue the audit raised, that it shouldn't have been paid. So it's not as if...
So those who paid must then say that the audit is wrong because of ABCD reasons.
Yeah, then the audit would give you an opportunity. That's how I do audit. They come, they go back, they send it back for you. We raise issues. We've realized this, they provide information back and forth. Then they qualify it. The auditors have raised and qualified that money shouldn't have been paid. Then it goes to the Public Accounts Committee, and you are given another opportunity. Maybe as the auditors raise that, you've gone to rectify or correct that anomaly. So at the Public Accounts Committee, they'll say, yeah, we shouldn't have paid, but we've retrieved the money. So far, all the evidence shows that this money was paid inappropriately and shouldn't have been paid. And that is why government officials are quiet.
John, I think.
No, but what I've said suffices.
$12 million. $12 million. It's not chicken change. It's not. $12 million US dollars. It's not.
But the point is that when auditors comes to audit you, and they query a particular payment, you are given
the opportunity
30 days within which to respond.
Yes.
In some cases, or in most cases, the agencies don't even respond at all within the 30 days. And once you don't respond, they have to find its way into the audit reports.
Yes.
So who's to blame?
So once it gets into the audit reports, then you still have the opportunity to appear before public accounts to respond to it.
Yes.
In this particular case, I can say that the agencies involved, I'm sure when they were queried, did not respond at all. And that is why, because if they had given satisfactory explanation why that expenditure, then the matter would have ended there. But once they didn't respond, then it got into the audit report. Now, at the audit Public Accounts Committee, the Bank of Ghana was the entity that was questioned. And their response, I believe, is right, because for them, ministries and agencies will process payments based on work done, and then it is pushed to them. It is not for the Bank of Ghana to go and find evidence whether the payment that has been submitted to them for payment was appropriately done. So I believe that Bank of Ghana was not the appropriate agency to respond to whether the money was used appropriately or not. Because for them, if Ministry of Water and Sanitation gives a contract and the contractor raises a certificate, and then the ministry has to be sure that works have been done before you process the certificate. And then when it gets to Bank of Ghana, they know you have done all the due diligence, and so their duty is just to pay. So it means that if there is a problem with the payment, it is Ministry of Sanitation.
Does the central bank pay without looking at any?
They would have done the attachments.
Everything will be attached.
They would have auditors to see.
Yes.
They would have given all the attachments.
Yes.
That this work done,
I'm not sure
carried out,
the central
certified.
government will go ahead and the central bank will just go ahead and when it hasn't seen documents.
And it's not like the central bank pays. It goes to controller.
It goes controller, yes. Controller does
the
the
controller
payment.
have to verify.
Yes.
And then issue the instruction. So if the auditors cannot find any paper trail, and they are saying that this payment shouldn't have been paid, there's a huge problem. As Randy, like you said, Minister, 12 million It's no small money.
Dollars.
There should be some evidence on the ground. 12 million, there should be some evidence on the ground.
No, like Honorable is saying, if, for example, it was for feasibility.
No, feasibility is done already.
You don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying, even if, assuming that it was for feasibility. So, first of all, the contract, whatever was approved, will indicate all those things.
Will show.
So, if 12 million was for something included in the contract, we should know.
And
the evidence of that thing having been done should be there.
Yes, and this contract is an EPC contract.
Which means what?
Engineer, procure, construct. Some also call turnkey. You will do it and handle it. So it's for construction, which presupposes that all these things is done. You are now going to construct. So most of the payment, yes, would be geared towards execution. That is my point. And I'm saying 12 million is too big an amount for paperwork or things that is done in an abstract manner, which cannot be seen physically. That is why we went there. So that at least we'll see for ourselves. Only to be told that the two trips of sand,
John.
they've sold it. I mean, look, boss, the only way to unravel this thing is beyond 2024.
It cannot be the
In
case.
2025,
It cannot be
we
the
will
case.
get to the bottom.
It can be
of this matter.
unraveled now. I think
you, this 12 million will retrieve it. We'll retrieve the 12 million. 2025, first 100 days, we'll deal with this matter. It's a matter.
It should be dealt with now. Not. Why do you have to?
Let's come up one man.
I mean, they should be.
At least the vice president,
investigated.
even after this had the opportunity, he commented on it. You know what he said? That when if he's lucky and he wins,
They say you will execute the project.
Oh, but John,
look at this.
you also promised. You even stated in your manifesto in 2012. In 4 years, you didn't do it.
Where?
But you are still promising it.
Where?
So the fact
Where?
that
What
2012 NDC manifesto, Pwawulu Dam is in there.
To
be constructed. And after 4 years, you couldn't do it. So the fact that we couldn't do it does not mean that the vice president, as our flag bearer, cannot promise that in 2025, when he becomes president, he will do it.
Chinnia, clarify something from you. In 2020, when the vice president was telling Obi that when he was asked about what the government has done up north, when he mentioned Pwawulu as a signature project that has been done, what did he mean by that?
I think that was the point. It was awarded in November 2019, and I mean there were efforts to construct it. So on the basis of the site handing over and the fact that he believed the contractor would execute the job, he felt that it's the biggest investment would have gotten the north. That is a fact. But at the end of the day, the funding didn't come in, so the project could not be done.
You see, the truth is that it was a scam.
Huh?
It was a scam.
Oh, John.
Let me tell you why it was a scam.
John, don't.
We're nearing election. So the president quickly went and commissioned it in 2019.
November.
Yes, and 2020 they made capital out of it.
Oh, how did that
The vice
project?
president campaigned in the north with the Pwawulu Dam and even attacked President Mahama and said that President Mahama never did any major project in the north and that he, as a son of the soil, has brought the Pwawulu Dam and that if President Mahama wins, he will abandon the Pwawulu Dam.
Oh, but
He made it a campaign song. Went from village to village, town to town, rallying the people. 4 years down the lane, not only have you failed to deliver that project, the evidence points to the fact that you've squandered some of the money. That is the issue. That is the problem. And I think that you ought to apologize to the people. And like the chief lamented, if anybody could deceive them, if anybody would scam them, they never expected their own son. And look, you could tell that the chief was at pain. You bring them there, they give you accommodation, and look at the end of the day, look at what you've done. Look at this. And then you come and start again, having mismanaged the project, having squandered the money. Then you say, oh, vote for me. When I come, I'll come and construct the dam. I mean, Ghanaians must. All right. I mean, this should be dismissed.
Randy, yes. I think that John is being overly.
No, I'm passionate. I went there.
We are all passionate.
I wish you were there.
We are all passionate
This
about.
one ignites passion.
Dr. Baumia is very passionate about
this one, it ignites passion.
You see.
Has he been said the sites?
You see.
Has he
I
been
have said that all governments from Nkrumah's government to date have made effort at.
But nobody has paid 12 million to an
and that is why
has vanished with it.
We need to
No
establish.
government has paid 12 million.
John,
to a
we need to
Chinese company
establish.
that has vanished.
We need to establish.
The establishment
to
was that the
establish-
12 million was paid to Power China.
Yes.
Where is Power China today?
We need to
They are
know.
no more
We
in
need to
Ghana.
know. We need
that
to,
one is an established fact.
so it is not money that has been taken by government. We need to establish.
It's money that has been paid by government.
Yes.
The officials that you are
So we
charging,
need
you
to
are charging
investigate-
before court. Did you go to court because they took money?
We need to investigate.
The ambulance. The man brought ambulance. He brought the ambulance.
There were no ambulances. There were no ambulances.
You said
there
there
were
were
vans.
ambulances.
There were
vans.
There
And
were
then something
vans.
was delivered. He says, okay, let me take them back and pay you. You said, no way. You still want to press charges.
So
As for this one,
let's
the contractor has vanished. So you can imagine what will happen 2025. Tale, Matadeo. All right. So